It's a pretty good steak. About $14 retail. Made of Cameroon wrapper, Dominican, binders and fillers and whatnot, and just really lovely smoke. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do you have an in with those guys? Maybe we could get them and have a little chat on the radio.
I believe eventually we can if they're in town. The reason that I do a lot of business with them is, one, they're local. They're over a 100-year-old company, so between the Fuentes and the Newmans, which both distribute out of the same place,
right?
It's kind of hard to go wrong with their product. World-class product. Diamond. I mean, for crying out loud, they got a lounge, Diamond Crown Lounge, over in the arena, in Emily Arena.
I've never had a Fuente I did not like.
Yeah,
not one.
Me either.
Yeah.
So.
And then you said last week you mentioned that their international hub is right here in Ybor City.
Yeah,
yeah.
So if you look off of my patio out back here, you see the word cigars in the sky.
That's it.
That's the Quesaray factory, which is where J.C. Newman is. Ooh. And Newman and Fuentes both distributed out of there.
Beautiful.
And the Newman headquarters are there. The Fuente headquarters are actually down here on 22nd and 2nd.
Is that the one they just remodeled?
Yeah, the big building they just remodeled down there.
I saw the Fuente plaque on the side of like a little parking area, but I thought that's what that was.
Just north of 60 there.
Yep. Nice. Cool.
His name is Brian Lyon. He owns the Lion's Den. You cigar aficionados, come on up here.
Well, even not just aficionados, but if you're looking to get into it, this is a great way to do it. Don't go to a gas station at all, but don't even stop in somewhere in just a liquor store and pick out a cigar that looks good. Come to a place like this. Talk to Brian. He's got the expertise. He knows what he's talking about, and you really, really are going to get your money's worth when you do something like that.
You will not find any White Owl grapes here, even though those are damn good cigars.
I know. Listen, we know what level you're on.
There's a time and place for them, baby.
Yeah. That's medicinal.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Brian, thanks so much for joining us. We're gonna at the interest of saving some time, so we stay on time for the Redneck Trivia that'll be coming up later on. Let's go ahead and end the segment with the Badass of the Week.
Badass of the Week.
Badass of the Week. Yeah.
This is a great story. I've had a little bit of beef with the Discovery Channel lately. Just haven't liked their shows. They get a little too monotonous. It's all the same show.
Because you don't discover anything.
Guy show was it? Didn't they do a stupid snake?
Yeah, they've got a little too much on the hype. They play too much. What was it?
There's nothing to discover anymore.
Yeah,
you're not learning anything.
Actually, they just found a new fish that's totally warm-blooded.
Yeah, that wasn't Discovery Channel, though.
But anyway, they posted it on their website, right underneath the thing you're talking about.
But, they play a lot. They play Deadliest Catch. And they play a marathon of Deadliest Catch every week. Yeah, so it's all gotten to be the same thing, which I love the old Discovery Channel when you could actually learn some stuff. But they've actually got back in my good graces this week with a Twitter war with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Big time. It wasn't a Twitter war. It was a straight-out effing burn.
It was. So Discovery Channel sent out a tweet and said, on average, emperor penguins grow to be 3.8 feet tall. And the Pittsburgh Penguins wrote back, at Discovery, as of May 13th, 2015, the average Pittsburgh penguin grows to be 6 foot 1 inches tall.
May I? Hold on. May I?
So, Discovery Channel decided to tweet back out, at Penguins, strange, our latest observations show no penguin activity currently on the ice in Pittsburgh. Where did they go?
Burn in the fire.
That just goes to show you don't ever start a Twitter war with somebody that knows more than you.
Dude, they ripped them a new one right there. That was so good. But I actually, as per the show, I sent a little message to the Discovery Channel saying there was a penguin spotting in Prague for the IIHF.
Yeah, Cindy Crosby's over there.
And Malkin.
And Evgeny Malkin.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're going to jump into a quick commercial break. All you Craniacs, when we get back, we've got some Deflategate news to get into, some NHL hockey news to get into. Stay with us.
Hello, I am Dr. Ira Goldman, 3-star board-certified rated plastic surgeon taking over for the newly retired Dr. Raji. I will continue his legacy of excellence. It is now my turn to share an important message with the growing number of older men out there. Have you ever felt an excruciating pain in your stomach? Do you believe you have a hernia only to find out you're sitting on your testicles? Have you developed a rash on your beanbag from a dirty locker room floor? Up until now, Triple S, or saggy scrotum syndrome, has been an affliction that many men have just had to live with. Life without Triple S is no longer a fantasy. I use the tried and successfully utilized techniques of Dr. Raji for full scrotum rejuvenation therapy. Throughout a series of operations and an exercise regimen, I can give you back the testicles of a 20-year-old man. Call during this commercial and I will also give you back the foreskin of a Greek god. Let's hear from some of our related patients. Patient number 1.
For the last 30 years of my life, I've just wanted to die. My scrotum hung so low that when I went to the bathroom, it was like I was making test tea. Ha, get it? Since my rejuvenation and optional foreskin reformulation, I'm ready to take my piggy to market again. Thank you, Dr. Goldman.
Patient number 2.
After almost suffocating my wife with my enormous droopy matzo balls, my friend Moish told me about Dr. Goldman's testicle rejuvenation. Yes, it took several invasive operations, but it's not like I had anything better to do. Now I can take Goliath down with my sling. Oh, thank you, Dr. Goldman.
So call me, Dr. Goldman, at 1-555-541-SACK to begin your transformation today.
Professor Ptolemy Tyson here for the Cranial Emissions Show with Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, and Caleb Crispy. Now that's what I call a compound.
Welcome back to the Cranial Emissions Show, folks. Broadcasting live from the Lion's Den here in Ybor City. You want to be a part of the show, you want to call in, you can do so by dialing 813-438-6068. If you're a social media fan, go to Facebook, like our page there, facebook.com/The Cranial Emissions Network. And if you're on Twitter, well then follow us there at Cranial E. Tom Brady back in the news. Last week we were talking about the Deflategate saga. We questioned whether there would be a suspension, and in fact there was. And Miggy, I believe you have some audio that you want to play on this?
I do.
The game was delayed. How did you guys on that sideline not know what was going on the field with respect to the balls, and that there was obviously an issue with the balls?
I don't think anybody knew there was an issue with the balls. To me, those balls are perfect. I can only speak for myself. I don't want anyone touching the balls, rubbing the balls. To me, those balls are perfect. Some guys like them round and some guys like them thin. Some guys like old balls, new balls. They're all different, so you gotta feel them and you gotta squeeze them. To me, those balls are all perfect. I juice the balls if I want. You know, I grip it, I grab it, I feel the lace, I feel
I love a good auto-tune. It's like auto-tune the news kind of thing.
What's funny is with the auto-tune, though, the way that Brady tends to interview, it sounds just like him.
I know.
Just like in a robotic way, but he tends to have a robotic cadence when he talks, and he doesn't really say much, but that's kind of the Patriots' way. None of them really say anything.
Yeah. Belichick's taught him well.
So in the Deflategate update here, unless you're hiding under a rock, then you're already aware of the fact Tom Brady suspended for 4 games by the NFL. This was handed down by Troy Vincent and by the commish himself, Roger Goodell. And, you know, it's kind of gone both ways on this from fan support. You've got, obviously, the Patriots fans that are adamantly against this ruling, and yet many in the NFL are glad to have seen this levied against Tom Brady. You know, I don't know how to feel about this, because when you look and you read the Wells report, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to look at any of this, but
Boring.
The evidence seems circumstantial at best.
At best.
You don't really have a smoking gun on this. And the Patriots are appealing, and NFLPA is appealing on their behalf.
I think they should, and you know who's handling the proceedings is Goodell himself. So I think it might be reduced maybe to 2 games, but I think he's still going to get something, because Goodell's not going to eat crow on this. He's going to. They've been accused of so many things and so many things and so many things. I mean, something's going to stick eventually. So I think he'll get reduced to 2, and that's it.
Well, and there was, for a long time, people suggested that there was some kind of favoritism going on because of the friendship between Roger Goodell and Bob Kraft, the owner of the Patriots.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why another reason this had to happen. It was almost a declarative statement.
Definitely a conflict of interest, those guys hanging out. I think Goodell should have nothing but business to talk with all of those people.
But isn't it a conflict of interest to make Goodell the arbiter for this?
I fully agree. But he's like his own judge and jury.
If they're going to do an appeal, then he shouldn't be the one that weighs this. It should be someone else.
I agree. I think it should be a third party.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll see where this goes. But in light of all the accusations with Deflategate, now you've got other accusations coming out. Carlos Dansby, former linebacker for the Cardinals at the time, that he's accusing the Patriots of cheating, now with the Browns, claims that in 2008, when he was playing for the Cardinals in a regular season game, all year he said his headset that was built into his helmet worked until the day that they played in Foxborough.
Really?
And he's accusing the Patriots of coming up with some kind of plan to interfere with the signal he's getting in his helmet. So all kinds of stuff coming out as we go. I saw where A.J. Feely, former quarterback in the NFL, came out and said that everyone was aware that Brady had deflated balls back then. So, all of a sudden everyone's kind of slinging arrows at this.
The Patriots got raped by Bill Cosby, too. So that's another one that's going to come out soon. Dear God.
I mean, Caleb, I was looking forward to getting your take on this because I know last week you flat out said on the show that you found the whole thing insulting.
It is. I still think it is. We talked about it last night. It's a day late and $1 short, for one.
Yep.
And it's also insulting just by the length of the suspension. And that statement might contradict itself there. But, I think with all the other things that are happening, it seems like the lower the crime, the higher the penalty has been in the NFL. But yeah, this whole thing to me is it's insulting for two reasons. It's insulting because it's a day late and $1 short, and it's insulting just because who cares anymore? It's over.
But some fans do.
Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate the Patriots, and I would love to see.
Where's the hard evidence? Where is the definitive? Yes, he did it. Everything in that stupid report is like, he kind of maybe did kind of sort of whatever.
The report basically says there's no way he couldn't have known. But it doesn't, in fact, say that he had any involvement in it necessarily. They don't have any proof that he did.
I mean, he touches the balls.
They did uncover some text messages coming from the two equipment managers, one of the guys who nicknamed himself, by the way, the Deflator. So that's pretty compelling. But
financial gain? Anyone?
But the total sentence in this was 4-game suspension. The Patriots being docked a 2016 first-round pick, a 2017 fourth-round pick, and then the team being fined $1 million. Now, what's funny to me with the team being fined $1 million is Tom Brady winds up. The Patriots don't have to pay Tom Brady for $2 million if he's suspended for 4 games, so it's still a $1 million net gain for Bob Kraft and the Patriots.
Yeah, it's a bunch of crap. I mean, it's a very haphazard investigation, bunch of crap. He'll get 2 games still. I guarantee it. You watch.
I don't think he'll get anything. He's already assembled a large legal team, and we talked about it last night.
Judge is still Roger Goodell. He's the judge. He's the judge, and he shouldn't be the judge. He's got a conflict of interest here.
You're absolutely right. But the problem is if it gets out, it may not be law and it may be just Roger Goodell picking, but he's going to still have to, he's going to be judged by the Court of Public Appeal if he makes the wrong decision here. And if they can come out and basically debunk every argument and they still go through with it, he's going to look like an asshat. Doesn't stop him from doing it anyway because he always looks like an asshat.
For the amount of money he makes a year, he doesn't give a crap what the public thinks. Look at all the crap that he's done before, the Adrian Peterson case and the friggin' all the other ridiculous cases that have gone through.
Yeah, but you have to understand it's not just what people think of him. He's portraying the brand, and eventually it's going to catch up with him.
Well, it's all about the shield. That's what you hear about.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It's trademarking, it's branding. It's all about the shield. It's all about protecting the integrity of said shield. But there has been an incredible amount of inconsistency in terms of the various suspensions that have been levied for different reasons, whether it is the AP scenario you talked about, Miggy, whether it's the Ray Rice scenario, where at first they gave him a very short suspension, and then when the court of public opinion weighed in,